welcome here today at another Kerfuffle webinar. And we are delighted to have bedecked in their wonderful purple tops, the Propoly crew, newly assimilated into the Legal for Landlords empire. I am delighted to have with me Sim Second. How are you, sir? You okay?
Yeah, really good, Simon.
Yeah, you look a
Great
bit
to be here, speaking to everybody at Kerfuffle.
You looked all depressed there, as if you know, what am I doing on this show? How did this happen? Why
You shocked me with that entrance.
Why aren't I talking to Chris Watkins? No, you're here with me, and that's important. We're going to say hello to you, Dale, as well, sir. You okay?
Hi, Simon. I'm good, thank you.
Yours is even better, Dale. So yours is even better than so half your head just disappeared there. So we had Sim's shirt off camera disappearing, and now half your head. So this is idyllic. Now we've got the most important two here, and that's not to downplay how important it is for our wonderful supplier partners Propoly. But we are here today with Janky from Paramount and Vanessa here from Jones Robinson. Welcome to the pair of you.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Thank you for taking the time out. I know how busy you are at the moment. So, Sim, if it's okay, if we can just, before we just jump in with a few questions and get it there, clearly, Legal for Landlords, you went out and acquired the Propoly business. What was it that appealed to you that thought this was going to really fit into your kit bag of tricks over there at your organisation?
Yeah, multiple factors really, Simon. So the whole way the market's moving towards more customer-centric and more importantly, the tenant journey, it was really important to ring fence that with a pre-tenancy solution, because tenants have a fragmented experience when it comes to traditional agency. So software is the bridge between that. So with the Legal for Landlords, insurance, legals, and tenant referencing, we had that piece was missing from the pre-tenancy side. Opportunity came up for Propoly, and I think we were late to the table on it, but we ended up being successful in obviously acquiring it and putting it into obviously our stable, as you say, so we can add real benefit to the existing clients. But not only that, we've got obviously existing tech and resources, so both departments can work together to create real synergies and obviously bring those benefits to Propoly clients and vice versa with the tech team that we've got from Propoly as well. So a hell of a lot of synergies, and tenant journeys and pre-tenancies. It locks the whole ecosystem in, and it helps for the whole user experience.
And that's what agents seem to be wanting these days, don't they? They do want that more layered experience. They don't want to have loads of fragmented different suppliers. You know, sometimes there's that bit of a concern about having all your eggs in one basket, but it seems to me that many people say as long as that's the right basket, they'd much prefer to concentrate on developing those single relationships rather than having a whole spread of different ones.
Yeah, and with the Propoly thing, it's key that we still remain vendor agnostic for non-competing businesses. So we are happy to obviously integrate with other parties and other suppliers. And equally on the CRM side, and we've got multiple integrations already on the Propoly side, and there is 2 or 3 more on the horizon for Q4 and obviously next year. So choice is the key word here. It's choice, and giving that transparency and offering that choice to our client base.
So guys, could you just give us a background? If it's okay, I'll just start with you first, Janky, and just talk about, obviously Paramount's known as a fantastic lettings operation, you know, admired around the country, multiple award winners, all that wonderful jazz that I'm always going to shout about from the hilltops. Clearly a supplier doesn't get across your quite strict boundaries unless it's doing something special and is really delivering benefits. So could you just talk to me about, you know, how does Propoly help you automate your pre-tenancy process, and what caught your attention from the beginning when you saw them as a business?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for speaking so highly of us as well, Simon. And in terms of what we were looking for is we of course want to offer a digital experience to our, we call them residents and owners. So we were looking for that digital experience from start to finish for them. And one of the key things that stood out to us with Propoly is on the market, there are obviously other softwares available, but they're very strict in what they can offer. There's not the option to adapt it to have it how we want to have it at Paramount. We obviously want something that's tailorable for us, and we can, you know, change small things, big things, how we want it. And that was the key element that stuck out to us, was that we can have it tailored to what we would need. And ultimately, this software offers that experience all the way from the start to when a resident is moving in, and it covers the full package.
And how easy was it to adopt into the business? There's a lot of fantastic, actually, you know, tech solutions out there, but there really is a spectrum as to how easy it is to, some of them take, you know, my own particular world, CRM, for example, it could take a very, very long time to really start getting the benefits out of this. Was this something that was, you know, that more complicated end, or was it, did you start seeing the benefits from day one?
So in terms of having it to how we would want it, essentially, the package and the software, it did take a little time to get it how we wanted. We didn't want to launch something that wasn't ready to go. We wanted to launch it at 100% and what we wanted. So it did take a little bit of time just to get it up to scratch and have it how we wanted. But once it was adopted, it was absolutely fine from day one to launch and, you know, throw ourselves right into it and start having all our new move-ins processed through the platform.
So that essentially that sort of planning phase for getting the software in to get it the, you know, the paramount. You do, you know, I always, Spencer always shouts at me, but I always say he's a high maintenance client. You do have very high exacting standards, don't you? But because of that, you know, actually what the product that comes out on the other side is almost always improved if they've listened to people like your good selves take on your ideas and enhancements into the software.
100%. And I do have to say that the team at Propoly have listened to everything we've put forward, and if they can do it, they'll definitely try, and they'll definitely try and get it into how we want it to be.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. Really useful feedback there. And Vanessa, from your good self. And if I don't say something as nice about Jones Robinson, then Charles is going to destroy me as well. So I've equally got to say the amazing, obviously, Jones Robinson there. Really tight, great organisation. And you, again, as a business, know what you want, don't you? You don't normally just have sort of off the shelf, as it were. Talk to us about your experience of getting to know the Propoly crew and what it did for you.
It's completely changed the way we do our lets here. We were doing them manually before, and it used to take me about 1 hour and 20 minutes just to type up all the documents and stuff like that. And then when we just decided it wasn't, it wasn't good use of our time, especially when someone was out of the office to try and catch up and figure out where we were. Propoly came along, and it's totally changed the lettings way. The step-by-step process for me is a big thing, because I can literally go into any property and see where we are. My colleagues can do that in my absence. I can assign a let to someone else, and it's fantastic. It's really, really great.
I mean, that's kind of just, I had tears coming down my eyes there, because often us in the tech business, you know, we get accused of creating tech that doesn't help solve a solution and all the rest of it. But what you're saying there is actually what the absolute key to what technology is about, isn't it? Simplicity and efficiency, and getting more productivity out of just your day-to-day basis.
And that's for all the landlords, the tenants, and for us. You know, I've had, my record is 27 hours of getting a tenant from referencing, open banking, paying the money, signing, reading the agreement, everything done next day. Landlord read the agreement overnight, signed it. So it's fantastic. It's really, really changed the way we work here.
Brilliant. I love that. And I absolutely know for a fact that you'll be trying to beat that 27 hours as well.
I do.
I can see that just as it goes on, clock goes on, and you're going to see.
But it's a team effort. When the property's ready, all the certificates are loaded on it, and the references go, especially with the open banking function, you know, tenants put their details in, the references are back. So it's a well-oiled machine. It works brilliantly for us.
Brilliant. Great to hear that. I'm sure the guys there, you're pleased to hear that part of it. It's going all right. Okay, guys, we haven't had the difficult questions yet, so stop smiling too smugly over there, Dale. But that must be, I mean, and actually, all joking aside, guys, when we do these kind of the due diligence, when you're looking at businesses, you would have been asking about these opinions from exactly, and this is what you will have wanted to hear, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a big one for me. through obviously the DD phase, which went on for several months, speaking to key clients and potential clients that were looking to obviously move towards Propoly, and I really came out with a good feeling on the back of it. It's best of breed for what it offers, and the simplicity kept on coming out over and over again, and it's all about user experience. And I hate to have this comparison sometimes, but somebody said the other day, it's like, you've got your Apple fanatics who will be bought into that ecosystem, and you've got your Samsung Android fanatics. Once you buy one product, then you keep on going because you love that ecosystem, because you admire and love that user experience. And yeah, there is obviously competition in the market, which is great because it obviously makes everyone better and everyone's got to up their game consistently. But the user experience in this, and like Yankee said, it's highly customizable, highly bespoke, and it's not just an off the shelf solution. And Vanessa, to quote you, mentioned it to Simon earlier, I remember you saying, and it stuck with me probably 3 or 4 months since we spoke, it was pre-obviously acquisition, was we would all leave our job if Charles and the team wanted to get rid of Propoly.
That's a hell of a shout. I was going to obviously quiz that. I wasn't going to leave that one out there. That's a hell of a statement there, Vanessa. But I
think if you came from how we were doing things previously, I came in as a temp, just covering someone on maternity leave and took the role over, and there was a lot of work, and it just got so overwhelming when you're doing 40 to 50 move-ins a month with one person, and we needed to change. We needed to work better, work smarter, and use our time more efficiently. Not for only me, but for the property management team and for the lettings team who take the properties on board. So yeah,
that's brilliant. It's really good to hear that. So guys, I am going to say thank you so much, Sim, Dale. I'm sure you want to say thank you to Yankee and Vanessa. That's just been so useful, hasn't it, to listen to them talk about the service like that.
Yeah, I don't think we needed to be on this one, Simon, to be honest.
So if you didn't have, we wouldn't have the merch, and what's without merch? I'll just say once more, guys, thank you very much. It sounds really exciting. I can't wait to see, obviously, as this gets layered in further and further into your ecosystem there at Legal for Landlords, Sim, and we'll hear from more people on this basis. But for today, Dale and Sim, thank you very much for it. Yankee and Vanessa, brilliant to hear your feedback, and I'm excited. You're excited.
Yeah, no, thanks,
thank you, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.